Currently 25 degrees in Muncie. The wind chill even colder, 15 degrees outside. We've got a west wind that's really been with us the entire time we've been out here, and it's going to stick with us through the night here. Going to feel 10 or 15 degrees cooler than what the actual temperature is.
We can get the parade in without any rain, but as we head into the game, maybe you want to bring that poncho, umbrella, like you mentioned earlier, Abby. Going to be a real-life bird bath, probably happening second half. Few days here, we see these wind gusts up to the east at about 20 to maybe even 22, 23 miles an hour, peaking Tuesday night and then into early morning Wednesday here. So if you have any of those trick-or-treating plans before Halloween, maybe you want to hold on to that witch's hat or that bag of candy if you're headed out for any trick-or-treating here locally. Those winds will continue to struggle even to get near 20 by the time we get to the heat of the day here. So now is that time, folks, to maybe ask the relatives, the aunt or uncle, if they're going to bring a warm side dish to Thanksgiving this year, maybe some stuffing, some pumpkin pie, because 35 degrees is our high here on Thanksgiving. We're going to see one of the coolest Thanksgiving Southern Caribbean overnight. This is Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 hurricane expected to make landfall in southern Jamaica early tomorrow morning with sustained winds of 175 miles an hour. No threat to the United States, but certainly a catastrophic situation developing. Yeah, I really wish I had better news for you guys, but honestly, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to be hot this week. It's going to feel like summer, even though we thought we were past all that summer weather. It really was like fall outside for quite a lot of September, but right now, still pretty warm out there. 73 in Muncie, 69 in Hartford City. We're cooling down quite a bit tonight, and with those clear skies, we're going to cool down to a temperature in the upper 50s, 57 with mostly clear skies tonight. That east wind at about 5 miles an hour, keeping us pretty mild out there. Tomorrow, though, more sunshine and more heat. Every day, we're going to go a degree or two above what we have been over the past day here. 58 at your 8 a.m. classes, 81 by the time you're headed out to lunch, and then 86 at 5 p.m. Those clouds are going to move in, but it's really not going to provide us much shade in terms of the heat and humidity here. And this is all due to what we call an omega block. And what that is basically a fancy term that we have said for the way that the jet stream is moving through the lower 48 United States. We are stuck in this pattern right now that is bringing us dry, warm weather, and even a lot of heat. Meanwhile, you see these two cool patterns where these troughiness exists, where we're seeing this cooler and this more unsettled, rainier pattern. And what these patterns tend to do is they stick around for a week or 10 days and bring us warmth, especially in this case. And it has felt very, very warm, especially across east central Indiana. You see on our upper air map those colder areas over the Dakotas and Montana and along the Carolinas, like I mentioned. We're kind of just stuck in the middle here. We're going to get heat. It's not going to be a really muggy heat per se, but it's going to be dry, and it's really going to exacerbate the drought and the dryness conditions we continue to see across east central Indiana, even as we go into the weekend. Like I mentioned, drought monitor, we're not in that moderate drought just yet here, but if you head up towards Fort Wayne and especially down along the I-70 corridor in that moderate drought, and I would not be shocked to see that moderate drought get expanded when the drought monitor does update here on Thursday. Maybe see some more moderate drought conditions exist into our area. But if there's one caveat, is we're typically towards the end of our summer-like heat here in east central Indiana. Typically, our last 90-degree day is about the second or third week of September. Last year it was the 21st. We're already to the 15th, so maybe, hopefully, this is our last chance at 90 degrees as we head into this week. But like I mentioned, it's pretty dry out there, and while we don't have any burn bans in our neck of the woods, we still do see a lot of those burn bans, especially where that drought is intensified across southern and southeastern Indiana. So if you have any of those open flames, any sort of campfire, anything like that this week, you want to make sure and have that under control, because those fires are going to spread with the dry soil and the dry grass we've seen across our region. But like I said, it's going to feel like summer this week, and we may see our first 90-degree temperature in almost a month here. 86 both Tuesday and Wednesday, 87 on Thursday, 90 on Friday here. And then into the weekend, we start to see a little bit of a pattern shift. 86 on Saturday, 82 on Sunday, 81 into Monday. Those rain chances finally return. We need that rain pretty badly here. But honestly, guys, I think we're all just done with these sort of summer-like heat. You know, we had those 2 weeks there below average. It felt awesome. And now I'm like, hey, what's happening, guys? You know?
90 is